I am Joyce Makhele. My condolences to the Sobukwe family. Miliswa, sowumdala ngoku. Dini, sowumdala. Dedani, uyindoda ngoku. Bambanani, nugcine umzi kamalume. Nihleli nomalumekazi, waze wahamba. Nibagcine oTshepo, uzigcine intombi ezo zakho Miliswa. Noba ndingazibonanga. We stayed with Malumekazi. Malumekazi used to visit Malume in Kimberley. And when she came here, she was an astute businesswoman. Apart from being a nurse, she used to come here selling soft goods, beautiful clothing. And then my sister, being in the teaching fraternity, introduced her to most of the schools. And fortunately, the teachers supported her. They used to buy her soft goods. They used to buy her Watkins products. That was toiletry, perfumes and things and soaps. Until she decided to come back. Her business was booming and it was good. Then she decided to come back permanently to Kimberley. She came with the kids and Gogo. Gogo was her mother, but Gogo went back again. Then we stayed with Malumekazi. I used to commute from my house. It was not far from where Malumekazi stayed. Malume and Malumekazi stayed. Malumekazi was a soft-spoken someone. She was a woman of few words, but she had a high sense of humor. She had a special friend, Mrs. Agnes Maswabi, because they were Durban girls. They used to sit down together and talk a lot of Zulu and reminisce about a lot of things in Natal. Those were the days then.
And Makhele also knows her from a time in Soweto.
I remember when I was a school girl, we were in Orlando West, Orlando West Extension. It was a new place. We remember seeing Malumekazi was district staff nurse. The nurses during our times, they used to ride bicycles. But little did I know that one day she used to commute with the late Sis Constance in Jona. Sis Constance is a bona fide of Kimberley from the Malunga family. Little did I know that one day we would meet in Kimberley. So whenever we sat down and talked about those days, then we would talk about White City Malumekazi, ubani bani Malumekazi, izitoro zabo mavimbela zabo bani Malumekazi kwakumnandi ngalezo ntsuku. Even if it was apartheid time, kodwa Malumekazi yakhumbula into ethile yayinje. Then we would sit down and converse. Then I would leave her with my elder sister. Then they would talk whatever they talked. Me, most of the time I was in the kitchen. Because I made it a point to Malumekazi eats nicely, and I prepare good food for her. Those were the days I remember about Veronica. And the last time I saw her, it was when there was an opening, some museum, 2015 or 16. She was there. She came with the Dani, coming to pay her condolences to my late sister Juliana. She said she heard about it. Then she said, about Jelanga base Kimberley ukuthi siyeza. And I said, they never tell me anything about you, Malumekazi. They do their own things and they never consult me or even invite me for that matter, knowing we were so near. Then she slept over. In the evening when they came to come and fetch her, I refused because I could see that Malumekazi was not well. But in the morning, Yvonne Mukoro came to greet her, and Mrs. Lefoy or Lefon came with the son. They were also excited to see her, and they had a lot to remember and say about Kimberley days then. That was the last time I saw Malumekazi with Dini.
And you'd say that there was a real family way in which you would have interacted with the Sobukwes, herself in particular being the mother of that household.
It was really, they really embraced me as one of them, in as much as that even when the younger sister November Ribeiro came, Ribeiro thought I was one of the Sobukwes. And Malumekazi's younger sister, who was a nurse in Durban, also thought I was relative. That is the type of love they had. To them, when you come to them, there was no time of choice. Law, neighbor, law, we were just family.
And the TV story?
Or in 1976 or 77, Malumekazi got a small TV. We were the first people to see a TV in Kimberley. Put it in the bedroom, then all the curtains, we had blankets all over. And then we would go there in the evening. And then she told, ningatshela abantu ngoba bazofuna ukwazi ukuthi ize njani le TV eKimberley. Then all of us were mum. Then we would go with Rato. I think Rato was 5 or 6. Then we would go there with a lot of magwinya. Then we would sit there, sibhekele TV, then listen to the songs and to the speeches, then news time. Then at about in the evening, after everything, then we would come back home. Malumekazi would wrap it up with a blanket again and hide it wherever. The following day in the evening, same thing again.
Was it lawful for the Sobukwes
No,
to have
it
that
wasn't.
TV?
It wasn't then. It wasn't then. Because otherwise, if it was lawful, we would not have closed the windows and we would have told a lot of people that in a Siopegi TV.
And you don't have that kind of youthfulness of back then. It will probably also be difficult for Mama to travel down to Reinet for the funeral itself.
Because
quite sad.
I wouldn't say it. What saddens me most is Malumekazi was able at her age to come and pay condolences to my elder sister, but I can't do the same to her children and go and tell Bomiliswa and go and see them and show them the love that we had with their parents.
And if you actually look at it, her sense of political activism, yourself having been a Pan-Africanist Congress member, how do you also bring that into the equation, thinking also about her political activism in her own sense, not just to say she was the wife of the Pan-Africanist icon in Robert Sobukwe.
Malumekazi, in a way, was also an icon in the PAC, because we used to talk a lot about, we didn't know a lot of ANC guys. We used to talk a lot about Bobudnoni Monare, who were Poko then in Binoni, who were in Lesotho, where Bomalume went. We used to talk a lot about Botsindi, father to Nikita Tsindi, who's now an activist in Binoni. We used to talk a lot.